Hello, you guys. How are you all? Thank you guys for being here. Um, Today we have an update to something we just talked about the other day, Crystal Stories, very large settlement. There's a lot that I want to talk about with you guys. There's some things that I think will make us feel better. There's some things that might make you feel more angry. But there's some updates. Just one second. I wanted to drop this live into the Patreon so people know. People are not being notified. A lot of people watched the replay of this and didn't make it to the live. And I have a couple little things I want to talk about here in the beginning. So, housekeeping things. I know that Melissa and I are going to get back to Casey Anthony. This week, I'm pretty sure. So we have that happening. Tomorrow, we're going to start a new thing that's going to happen every Tuesday on this channel. It's going to be called Let's Talk About It Tuesday. And it's going to be members only live chat. There will be a giveaway tomorrow. There will be a couple giveaways, Patreon, candles, just all kinds of stuff. I'm excited. And what we're going to do is go over the biggest topics of the week, especially things that I covered. Videos, go into my comment section to the live streams. Letitia's, like tomorrow, we're going to talk about Letitia's lawsuit being said. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about the Diddy stuff, just anything and everything, giveaways. And yeah, it's going to be a new thing here, a way to do something for the members. Everybody can watch. If you're not a member, you can still watch. You just won't be able to be in the chat. And then, like I said, we're going to do maybe 5 Patreon giveaways and a candle or 2. So I'm looking forward to that. And then this weekend, I had been planning, like this last weekend, I was supposed to do a live stream on the Idaho fort, and it was going to talk about some recent things happening in that case, but also just like going back to the beginning and going through old news stuff. Let me turn my camera on for a second. My hair is still wet from my shower and stuff, but there we go. Going through old news stories from start to finish. And I'm excited to do that. So what we're going to do, we're going to do that this coming weekend instead. I'm going to have I'll see if Melissa can join. I'll see maybe if Bindi can join, Amber if she wants to. We're going to have a couple guests, and it's going to be a fundraiser. So I saw yesterday, I guess it was National Missing Children's Day, and there were a lot of people doing fundraisers. And I thought, it's about time we do one here. It's been a minute. But let's make it unique and let's plan something. So like a panel, I want to have guests. And the fundraiser actually opens up Friday night. I think it closes Sunday night, and it's going to happen Sunday. So I'm looking forward to that. And the fundraiser is something different. I thought this would be good. So I was looking at the ones that YouTube was suggesting. Everybody was doing kind of St. Jude's or NICMAC, which we've done before. We raised several $1,000s for NICMAC in the past, for a couple different places. But we're going to do the Convoy of Hope. So the Convoy of Hope is a nonprofit organization that does different things, but one thing, and the main thing that they're advertising right now that they're doing, is feeding school kids their lunch. So they say on their website more than 639,000 vulnerable children across 39 countries receive nutritious meals every school day through Convoy of Hope's Feed One campaign. But thousands more hungry children are waiting for you. So it's going to be for that. I thought school children, these kids were off at college. I don't know. I think it kind of makes sense. So that's happening Sunday. So we have members only live tomorrow. Here's their website. Fundraiser is Sunday, but it opens up Friday. I don't know. Like I go to the live stream and you can't see yet that it's a fundraiser. I guess Friday the button will turn on. I'm not really sure why it looks like that, but I double checked and it's everything's loaded and ready to go. Those lives are already scheduled, both of them. So if you're interested and you're not getting notifications, then you can go and click notify me and you'll get notified. So the very last thing I want to say before we get into this is happy Memorial Day. And thank you to everyone who's served. And yeah, I hope you guys have had a good weekend. We have I've had a pretty dang good weekend, but today it's been rainy and kind of coldish, not cold, but like 67, 70 degrees. So, okay, happy Memorial Day, MK. Yay, Carolina. I'm excited for all of those things. For the giveaways, I cannot wait. So the candles that I'm going to give away come from Stone Creek Scents. That's actually another YouTuber that created it named Chasing, and she does great candles with they're made with the containers are like handmade stone vessels. Well, concrete vessels. She has this missing um the paperwork's over there. So it's like a whole bunch of different candles that have QR codes and stories of missing people that don't usually get attention that could need people, you know, my God, my brain. These cases could use the extra eyes. So, and so when I send the candle for the giveaway, it will include a sheet that talks all about the case and stuff like that. Today, I've been burning one all day. It smells so good. This one here, it's Amber Hollow. Oh my God. So I look forward to doing some giveaways with some of those because I bought the whole collection. I'm just going to keep a couple and give the rest to you guys. So, hey, neat. That is everything. Now, last week we talked about Harmony Montgomery's mom receiving a large settlement from the state of New Hampshire. They did not admit guilt. It is what it is. $2.2 million. And we were I was raging. I'm still not happy. But there are some things that make me feel a little bit better. Wait till you see what she has to say about the people that are unhappy. And let me just say a couple things here real quick, actually. Okay. First of all, I got a lot of comments about, or a few comments about, she's an addict, give her some grace, blah, blah, blah. Look, I'm an addict too. I don't roll like that. I like tough love. I'm not going to baby somebody. I think a lot of times they need to hear the truth anyways, even if it hurts. And here's the facts. Harmony was not taken once. She was not taken twice. She was taken from her mother 3 times. If that had not happened, she would not be in this position in the first place. And then her mom advocated for her to go with Adam over someone else because she believed that she would have more access to Harmony. So, while I do have sympathy and empathy for her, and I am so sorry for Harmony's entire family, everyone who has felt her loss, I'm not going to baby her mother. I'm sorry. I know she's an addict in recovery, and I hope that she stays in recovery. I know that she was in her Facebook, you can see that she's smoking a cone, which is people, it's stuffed with something. I don't think that that's the same as using, but I'm just saying I'm not going to baby her. I don't believe in that. Let me tell you what. And I said this in the comments and it went all through me. Even having to say this, you guys, Harmony Montgomery was more than her mother's addiction. Let me say that one more time. Harmony Montgomery is and was more than her mother's addiction. So I am sorry. And look, you guys can be mad at me. Hopefully you understand and you just look what I've been through. I don't want nobody making excuses for the messed up stuff I did in my addiction. I will not do it for anyone else. There is no way to grow and learn and become a better person without true honesty and accountability. So that's that. To me, her addiction has nothing to do with it besides the fact that I hope that with all this money, she's okay. And besides the fact that was some of the reason, if not all, I don't know, of why Harmony was taken from her in the first place. Ooh, Tess. Okay. And Tess, thank you so much for all your help. Tess has helped so much in helping me find all of this stuff we're going to look at. So let's go ahead. I will grab that test in 1 second. Crystal is from a hard part of New England. She doesn't need babying. I'm sick of that shit, dude. Now, I'm not doing that. I don't believe in it. I'm sorry. I don't with anybody. With my kids, I don't make excuses for their behavior. It's tough love. If you do something wrong, you need to own it and hold yourself accountable, be held accountable, whatever, and move on. But regardless, one more time, I just got to say, because damn it, man. It makes me mad that, and I understand people are just coming with care and compassion, but it's like, dude, don't you see as like a grown adult that Harmony should not be minimized? Like she was more than her recovery and her addiction or whatever. I'm sorry, she was. So, all right, let's go ahead. Here we have Harmony on the screen. She's still not been found. Crystal. Once the settlement went through, she started posting these pictures, I guess because people were mad, flipping off the camera. Here's her Facebook. It's all public, so you guys can go see it for yourself. 34, Virgo, recovering addict, 6 years clean, mother of 2 boys and 1 angel girl, bring Harmony home. Here's the thing. Crystal, her boy, like Harmony's brother, Jameson, he's been adopted. So I don't know. I just don't know that if you lose your kid 1, 2, 3 times, and the state absolutely should be held accountable too, and they should protect them. But if they don't, is it you that should be, no, I don't know. I just don't believe that, but whatever. Anyways, it is what it is. And if it is you, how about don't settle unless there is something in that agreement that could help other kids? And it doesn't have to be them admitting fault even. I was thinking about this. I've spent a lot of time thinking about this. You didn't have to press them to admit to like having done something wrong. It could have been something else that could help other kids, something, I don't know. It could have just been something else. I think there's many other things that it could have been in there. People way more educated than me, real children's advocates that will, like in real life, that are, I don't like the way that people will call YouTubers advocates. There's a lot that goes into that, classes, and they shouldn't be minimized either. And those people are there. They're at the courthouse willing to work with all these folks, and that's, I don't know. Let me go on and show you guys what she's had to say, because I will go on and on because it really, really like upsets me. Some of the things that I've seen. Oh, to all you loser idiots. Boom. Okay. She has a clawdaw ring on. I can't remember it. This ring right here, if it's upside down, it means you're single. If it's right side up, it means you're taken, or vice versa. I can't remember. Oh, MK. Okay. Well, that sucks that it bit the dust. Very, very rare for an admission of fault in a settlement. Well, I mean, according to a judge that I've been following that was in the family court, she was very upset by the way it was worded regarding their fault in the settlement. She was actually the judge that did Jameson's adoption. We're going to hear from her again. We talked about her last time. And I think there's other things that could have been included in that too. But I don't know. I feel like I've seen that before where all kind like different terms were agreed upon between both parties for something like that. Is she going to continue to search for Harmony? You'll see what she has to say about that. Why was Harmony removed from her foster mom? Adam wanted her. He got out of prison. He was clean. He did all the visits, all that stuff, and he was her dad. So, yeah, he had a violent history, but Crystal was encouraged. She also wanted Harmony to go with Adam. Hands and heart point towards you if you're in a relationship. So this is away from her, I think. I don't know. It's really hard. I think it's towards her. It's just the way her hands turned. It's hard. Yeah. Robin, it does. They could have been ordered to change policy requiring a missing persons report be filed by the agency if they don't see the children in person in X number of days. I think there's a few policies they could have been, you know, ordered to change, things like that. But let's keep going. Oh God. Again, like I said, she posted a few heavily filtered photos. I didn't recognize her when I didn't that to me doesn't really look like her. I had first seen it because Tess had sent me, I think, the post from the judge. But yeah, okay. So again, and here she goes. For all the fucking idiot losers out there that want to run their fucking mouth about my settlement, this made me happy. Okay. $750,000 of that money is going to her brothers. All four of them, to be exact. Adam's kids too. Adam and Kayla's kids too. So but then you think about it and you're like, wait a minute, who has those kids? And if Kayla has any opportunity to get them back, does that mean that she's in control of that money? Oh God Almighty. Whew, okay. So, you want to share something around? Share this. You people know nothing. Shut your fucking cum guzzlers, okay? Thanks. Hate on that. P.S. I'm not posting legal documents because I don't have to. So suck it. Well, baby girl, don't you worry because we got them. We got the legal documents. You don't need to. And actually, let me just make sure. Let me actually have them here. Just so we can, if we want to look closer, they're on Patreon on the free tier. They were since the live we did the other night, but okay, let's continue. So suck it. Middle finger emoji. Hashtag justice for harmony forever. Hashtag hate on it. IDGAF. Hashtag harmony's mother forever. Hashtag changes are coming. What kind of changes? I couldn't post that either, but oh, I didn't know that, Teacup, that the hand you posted on has meaning as well. I thought she said she was giving money to family who adopted the boys. Apparently, they are getting some, which good. They should. In my opinion, they should get it all. That's just me. Yikes. I can't imagine posting that. She's a mother. Robin, me too. You know, everything. And I think about this all the time. And I had somebody ask me recently, like, would you do OnlyFans if you didn't have to take your clothes off? If you just had to do like feet photos or provocative stuff. And while like something like feet photos could be tempting, I guess, if you had pretty feet, I have Flintstone feet. That's just not my journey. But no, I couldn't. Now, if it was something like your feet that was unidentifiable, and no judgment to people who do, I don't want to do that. But for me personally, all I can think about is like embarrassing my kids. Even the things I post now, I think, you know, I would hate for my kids. They know I have a YouTube channel. I don't know. That's something that's always on my mind with everything I post. But when I was younger, and especially in my days of active addiction, that was not the case. I posted all sorts of dumb shit. Tony says she doesn't deserve a penny. And tomorrow in our Let's Talk About It Tuesday, I said at the beginning, we have a members only stream tomorrow. Every Tuesday, it's only going to be members only chat. And we're going to go over people's thoughts about about Letitia getting her way in the latest lawsuit filing, about just the latest videos I've done, the biggest topics, reading through comment sections, kind of just talking about it more in depth like that. So I'll get more of your thoughts then, but Jenny, I'm not having her. Oh, hell no. I'm a Virgo. I thought the same thing, Jenny. I was like, ooh, I'm a Virgo too. Hey, chicken lady. Yeah, absolutely, Little Red. Me too. Okay, let's continue. Because there's more. Oh, is there more? Then she shared this. Nothing you people say is going to stop me from doing what I'm doing. Stay mad, shitbags. Let me see what Tess sent. Oh, I'm getting too close. Oh my God. Wow, Tess, this has really taken a turn. So, do you guys know the Karen Reed case and Turtle Boy? Apparently, he went to Crystal's house today and he's writing a story on it. We're going to go to his post in a moment after we get through everything else and what everyone else has had to say about, like the judge. Oh my God. Wow. Okay. So here she says, stay mad, shitbags, justice for my daughter, DCYF failure. Under the terms of the settlement, the state doesn't have to admit any wrongdoing or unlawful conduct. You know what? I still believe they should have protected. They are responsible, and the settlement. I don't know. I just have part of me has like empathy for her. I do feel for her, but then like I don't know. Like for me, it wasn't just once, it wasn't just twice that she lost him, it was 3 times, and you never decided to get your shit together, and the kids were adopted, and, uh, so if Harmony wouldn't have lost her life, she most likely would have been adopted by somebody else. Why does she I don't know. Okay, let's keep going. So here she goes. Now this is an older post. I went back on her Facebook. This is about the lawsuit, though, from March 8th. I need every idiotic person out there to know I am not just suing for my daughter. I'm suing for myself as a child that they failed, suing for my 2 sons. I'm suing for all the children that they have failed and let die and are still letting die every single day. I don't give a fuck about the money. I never had money and I've done just fine. You people make me sick. You really do. To try to use my past against me. Like I don't have a right to come for the people that are paid to protect children like my daughter, like me when I was her age. They failed me first, in all caps. Holding them accountable. I've owned my part. DCYF free form, lawsuit, and Harmony Renee forever. Okay. She shared this January 31st. I thought this was kind of wild to see. These pictures will haunt me forever. See, Harmony was planned. He wanted her until I didn't want him anymore. Then we were his enemy. I'm so sorry, Harmony. Mommy is going to find you if it takes my last breath, if it takes my last breathe. Um, and I hope that she is. She means that because again, Harmony still hasn't been found. Look at them though. Like look at Adam, how young he looks. They're actually like cute kids. It's really sad the way that things turned out. But one thing I know is that drugs destroyed a lot of it. Okay. So now we're going to come over here to the man who adopted Jameson. That is the same girl. Yep. She has a new baby. Oh, I can't wait to go see what Turtle Boy has to say about this because that's very interesting with him being local. Ooh, I should, depending what happens, maybe I'll try to, like, I don't know. Let me keep my mouth shut in case I can't do it. MS Girl says she just wants a pity party and for everyone to forget that the state took her kids away 3 times due to her actions or lack of. Yeah, she's definitely using a filter. Chicken Lady, I'm torn. I do believe CPS or whatever it's called there should be held accountable. And unfortunately, I think she was the only one to do that. Well, I mean, the family, no. So I don't know if you were here the other day, Chicken Lady, but the family court judge who did the adoption has got a federal investigation going. Like this is not it. There's going to be more, in my opinion. And Jameson, Harmony's other family members probably could have done something maybe in the future, but Aiden Kearney may have a very strong and obnoxious personality, but he uses that personality to try to go after people who need to be exposed. Interesting. So I don't know too much about him. Haven't watched too much, but I do know he's like very, very involved in the Karen Reed stuff. There is plenty of blame to go around in this situation. Ain't that right, Neat? Oh, really, Rachel? Cutting the budget. That's great. She is partly responsible for her death. Absolutely, Catherine. I agree. She is, and that's a fact. If it wasn't for her losing her, again, not one, not two, not three times, she wouldn't have Anne's vouching for her to go with Adam. And you know what? Had she not vouched for her to go with Adam and Harmony was still here, she would be adopted, just like Jameson was, maybe even in the same place. I don't know. It's gross. No, that's okay, chicken lady. I just thought I forgot about it until I was reading your thing. Like, wait, because my first thought was her family, her brothers and stuff, but the judge has a federal investigation going. It took her 2 whole years to decide to look for Harmony. So, the man who adopted Harmony's brother shared this with Harmony's name as a hashtag, and this is the judge that did the adoption and also was on Harmony's case, at least for some time. I think Tess said the first judge. She says, "This is so sick." Now, this is a video from her Facebook, and we're going to listen to it in a second. And then we're going to go over there for a second, and then we'll go to the Turtle Boy thing. But she says, "This is so sick that I can only breathe a sigh of relief that Jameson is with you and Blair. She gave the state of New Hampshire exactly what they wanted, a statement of no wrongdoing and permission to keep their secrets as long as they paid up. Just how is that justice for Harmony? This is beyond sick." Well, if the retired judge, here we go, child advocate, author, adoptive mother feels that way. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm not so wrong for feeling how I feel, because some people were very upset. Like I said, like, she's in addiction. She deserves a chance. Blah, 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 blah. She's an addict, or she's in recovery. And it was all about her addiction. And I thought, no, just because you're an addict does not mean you're less responsible for the shit that happens in your life, that you do, no. And when you start doing that shit, it's enabling. It's enabling the addict to keep being the victim, keep being the poor me. No, I don't believe in that. And to say that is just like an insult to me towards Harmony. Because it's like, okay. And Harmony lost her life because of this. Like, this is more than her mom's stupid ass addiction. Harmony is more than that. Okay. Ooh, Tess. Okay. Well, we'll go to Turtle Boy first then, and then we'll see if there's anything we missed on her Facebook. So here's what she said that the judge shared.
Are you mad that I got paid? Because the state gave my daughter to a murderer, a man with 20 years of violent crimes, and I got justice? Oh, it's not about the fucking money, dodo bird. It's the point. They thought they knew better than I did. Hello. Like,
what? Lord help me say not really terrible things. Oh my God. Are you mad? Are you mad? What is that about, you weirdo? I'm sorry. Like, okay, let me take a step back. Maybe that was too far. Let me just play this again. I want to respond as we go.
Are you mad that I got paid?
That I got paid. Are you mad that I got paid? Aw, are you mad that I got paid? Paid? You got paid? Oh, okay. I'm really trying, y'all, because oh my God.
Because the state gave my daughter to a murderer.
Because you vouched for him. You did. You vouched for him. Your attorney vouched for him. Your attorney asked for her to go with him. And in my belief, that is because you thought you would get to see her more if she was with Adam. You hold some responsibility in this. And here you are getting paid for it.
A man with 20 years of violent crimes.
Yeah, tell me about it. So why did you want her to go there?
And I got justice.
I got justice. Oh my gosh. I just don't know how it's justice.
Oh, it's not about the fucking money, dodo bird. It's the point. They thought they knew better than I did. Hello.
Hello.
Like,
Again with the middle finger. Are you mad that I got paid? Oh my God. I'm sorry. Girls, Nana, I'm not sure. I've heard that, but I don't know for sure, honestly, to answer that. Maybe Tess knows. She's making me like Kayla more than her, and that makes me sick. Nicole, I've seen a few of you questioning that. I don't know. Excuses. Not sure what justice there is in her receiving money in exchange for the state not taking responsibility. Damn, J. Rose, you said it. That's right. Yes, she has a kid. No offense to the dodo bird. Jeez. And look, some people are going to be mad at me. I already know it because of the response to my last video. But what I have to say to that is, oh well, I don't really care. If it is somebody who's like a regular here, I do respect your opinion, and I apologize that you're disappointed, like in the comments. But you know, I still have to stand. I truly believe. In what I'm saying, and I stand on it. So you know, it is what it is, but just understand that I'm in recovery too. Like one of the commenters came at me about that, and it's like, I'm in addiction too, but guess what? I'm a lot more than my addiction, and it's not an excuse for any of the bullshit I did, whether I was in addiction or now. Never. It's not. And I would absolutely never, ever allow it to be used as an excuse like that. And guess what? I'm not much further out of it than she is. If she's 6 years in recovery, in August, I'll be 9 this summer. And I forget a lot of days that I ever lived the life that I lived in active addiction. I'm way more than my addiction, and my kids aren't even they have nothing to do with it. And just in the same way that you are more than your addiction, and Harmony damn sure has nothing, you know, she's way, way, way more and has nothing to do with him. So, wait, 6 years. (2019 to 2021). So she's saying that she's got in recovery when the year Harmony went missing. Let me double check that. When did Harmony? I think she went missing in 2019. She was last seen in 2019 and reported in 2021. Yeah. So 2019, according to 2 sources, is what Google says. She was last seen in the fall of 2019. When was she reported missing? Now, I know that there were a couple of times that Crystal said that she tried to say something, but it took a long time. I'm thinking within a week or two, you would notice that and report it. She was reported November 2021. So, okay. So now let's go and see. Yeah, her face right there. It's very relaxed. That's for sure. Let's go see what Turtle Boy said. I'm very interested to see this. Ooh. Oh, she mentions her son. Okay, here we go. Hey, let me know. Could y'all hear that? As I was switching like tabs of things for you to look at, she started playing in my ear, but I don't know if you guys could see it. You know what? Yeah. I have more experience with opiates. That and benzos was really what, like, I tried everything, but some like things like that only, very little compared to the others. Okay, no, you couldn't. Interesting. Okay, thank you guys. But I do know that when you're on opiates and benzos, your voice kind of does like a low thing like this. And gummies, actually, it does like a lower thing. And that's how mine did. And your face, like I looked so much older, even though it was years and years ago, than I do now. And that's because like your face kind of like, I don't know, it relaxes a lot and you just look older. Oh, teacup. Well, here we go. Hey, not that Justin. Twisted Quill. Thank you for joining. And by the way, that means tomorrow night you'll be able to chat and you'll be able to win a Patreon membership, or which we're doing a live this week, or some candles like this one, which was so good. I love this one. Amber Hollow. So yay, thank you for joining. Brooke, I know the filters, her pupils just look extra small. Yeah, she definitely has the filters. All right, wait until you hear this one. Here we go. Turtle Boy says, I took a break from the Karen Reed trial today to visit the home of Crystal Sorey, the drug-addicted birth mother who abandoned Harmony Montgomery. I am writing a story about how she won $2.5 million in a settlement in her lawsuit against New Hampshire DCYF and saw some online comments she made threatening to go, what? After her son's adopted parents, Bobbitt Miller. Her entire apartment building reeked of weed. I told you she had a cone, which that's what you roll up in those in the Facebook. Like nothing against it. I believe I with all my heart believe that marijuana is not a drug, but that's shocking because hello, smoke is still not good for kids. But okay, let me continue. Her entire apartment reeked of weed. And she didn't want to answer any questions, so I left. Then she posted this video claiming she was going to, quote, get registered, unquote, presumably to get a gun. Harmony was murdered by her biological father, but she would be alive if her biological mother gave a shit about her. Ooh. And then he posted going to the door. Okay, let's see this. Wow. Here we go.
Know that if you come to my house where my son lays his head at, you will
know,
be
Twisted
dealt with by the
Quilt.
police. And then
Me
I
too.
will be taking you to court. Because I don't fucking play about where my son lays his head and whether he's safe or not. Showing up to my house questioning me like you have some fucking authority. Get the fuck out of here.
That's pretty normal for people who work on stories like this for reporters. They will go to someone's house and knock and ask respectfully if they'll answer questions and then leave. You know, you don't have to do it, but that's not abnormal. And I'm sure that it is annoying, but it's not, you know, a crime.
You know what that means? I'm gonna have to get me registered because I ain't fucking playing.
2014.
Well,
Know that if you come to my house where
one more
my
time.
son lays his head at, you will be dealt with by the police. And then I will be taking you to court. Because I don't fucking play about where my son lays his head and whether he's safe or not. Showing up to my house questioning me like you have some fucking...
I don't play about where my son lays his. Oh, that one. That one's really hard to digest and even to say out loud. Like, seriously, it is. I don't play about where my son lays his head and if he's safe or not. It's too and I'm really thankful and I believe that. I believe her when she's saying that, but and that's a great thing. But it's too bad that, you know, Harmony couldn't have gotten the same. It's just the truth. I'm sorry, but a lot of what we do, like in true crime, what's the point if you don't? You have to speak about it honestly. You have to tell the truth of what happened. What's going to change? What's going to be learned from it? You know, what awareness is there if it's not just done honestly? And Harmony was not protected. Her mother lost custody 3 times. I can go back yesterday to an article I looked at. Actually, I will. Let me play this. Let it play one more
Get
time
the
and find
fuck
it because
outta
we have
here.
to watch his video, but I'm gonna grab that.
You know what that
I want to read
means?
this to you
I'm
guys
gonna have to
again.
get me registered because I
Get
ain't
you
fucking
registered.
playing.
Oh my god.
2014.
No.
Okay, so what are you gonna do? Shoot somebody?
House where my son lays his head at,
That's stupid.
you will be dealt with by the police. And then I will be taking you to court. Because I don't fucking play about where my son lays his head and whether he's safe or not. Showing up to my house questioning me like you have some fucking authority. Get the fuck out of here. You know what that means? I'm gonna have to get me registered because I ain't fucking playing.
2014.
Know that if you come to my house where my son lays his head at,
Okay. Oh my gosh, it's only letting me see it for a second. Hold on one second. I'll have to get out. Maybe I can see it right here. Okay. Ooh, this is actually very good. This will tell us a little bit more from the news of exactly where the money goes. But just one second. So I am, like I said, I'm really happy that, you know, some of her Harmony's, that her brothers will get some of it. I personally think they should have gotten it all. But that's just me. Okay. According to a report previously released by Massachusetts Office of the Child Advocate, let me make sure y'all can see me right. Okay. Harmony spent much of her life moving in and out of foster care. That's so sad. That's so sad. And let me just say, because I forgot, when a child is removed from their home, do you know how traumatic that is? Do you know how traumatic it truly is for a child to be taken by strangers, okay, from their home and taken to some CPS place and then went to live with strangers? I know, because I have a child. I'm taking care of a child who has went through that. Trust me, I know how traumatic it is. It's scary as hell. Scary as hell. That happened to Harmony 3 times. She had to go through that 3 times, man. That is really messed up, and that is freaking heartbreaking. Because we know the misery that she lived, some of it, right? And so, let's see. So in 2014, she was first legally removed from her mother's custody following reports of neglect. So that one was not for drugs. Apparently, it was for neglect, which could have been because of drugs. I don't know. But so we have that. Then, with her father serving prison time, Harmony landed in a foster home. This freaking phone. Okay. Harmony landed in a foster home and remained under the care of the Department of Children and Families. She twice returned to live with her mother in Massachusetts after that, but she was ultimately removed from her care in January of 2018 due to parental substance abuse. She went through that shit 3 times, man. The PTSD she probably had, I cannot. Not to mention the hell she went with Adam, which, again, number one, if Crystal would have worked hard and got her back, she wouldn't have went with Adam. And number two, if Crystal wouldn't have advocated and her attorney and her asked the judge to let him be the one to get her. That's what they wanted. When they were in court, that's what they spoke for. We've talked to people on the channel that are close to the men who adopted Jameson. Okay, so before we get into more details of the settlement, which I bet we could just read straight through, let's look at this. Here was my attempt to ask her some questions. Yep, Gen X8, that's true.
It's Aiden Carney. Who? Aiden Carney. Who? Oh, this is Aiden Carney?
I hope so, too, Tess. I don't know.
I was just looking at people with Crystal, and do I have the wrong apartment?
Hey, Wolfie.
Oh, it's the wrong apartment? Yeah. Oh. Okay, I was looking to see, are you the woman that just won?
Wait, let's rewind it because it was turned down. And we'll hear it in full. I won't pause and we'll just listen. But Kelly says, I can give some grace if you lose your kids once and do everything you have to get them back quickly and never lose them again. But over and over, come on. Same here. Like, I can give grace if you lose your kids, well, even twice. Like, if you fight to get them back and make sure it never happens again, like twice is kind of far, but shit happens. But we all have bad days. We all have done things we're not proud of. We all go through shit. Everybody, every single person out there has done some shit that they're not proud of. Okay. Whether it's as serious as this or not, probably not. If you make it right and you do whatever you can to get them back, which I know someone who lost their child and then they got clean and fought like hell. Losing the child was the thing that pushed them to really change in their life, and they've never looked back. Like you can't insult somebody who does that. They've changed their life and went through some of the hardest stuff to go through. Like all you can do is give them like props and praise or whatever, but 3 times, yeah, it's very different. Brooke, the whole getting it together for some kids, some of them getting adopted, and some of them getting adopted and one killed bothers me, but I'm pretty biased because of infertility. I'm so sorry, Brooke. That's sad. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, I think that part of that might be maturity. As we age, we kind of mature but I don't know. It's like, why wasn't harmony as important, But Jameson, he didn't have a dad there fighting for custody. So he was adopted quickly. I think there's Scott, I think yes, we know that that's true, but is there one more? And I know that I do believe that Adam and Kayla's kids are getting part of this money. We'll look at something in a second. Let's just watch this. I'll mute. I muted, then I said, let's give it a listen. Y'all couldn't hear me. I'm gonna mute though so we can really hear it.
Who is it?
It's Aiden Carney.
Who?
Aiden Carney.
Who?
Oh, this is Aiden Carney.
Who? I said I wasn't gonna unmute.
I was just looking to speak with Crystal, and do I have the wrong apartment?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the wrong apartment?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't notice that. She said, yeah, it's the wrong apartment. Yeah. Susan, you are the freaking bomb for getting them back. And I hope and pray, everything goes well for the rest of forever. 1% a year, get them back. I believe that. I could truly believe that. And then I knew that her apartment saying one left is a bit too on the nose. Wow. Yeah. So I think that at least I know in the state I came from, it was this way. If you lose your kids or you're about to lose your kids, you can agree to give them away. So she could have agreed to sign over her rights to Adam. I think that's kind of how that happened, and Jameson. And then in the future, if you have kids, you can keep them. If they're going to take your kids anyway, they sometimes will give you the opportunity to sign your rights over. And then that still makes it, because if you, a lot of states, you cannot have kids. If you get them taken, you can't just go have more kids and keep them. I've seen people that have gotten their kids taken straight from the hospital because they had lost kids in the past. It's a coincidence, absolutely, Scott. But yeah, very eerie. I cannot believe she said, yeah, this was the damn wrong house.
Okay, I was looking to see, are you the woman that just won all that money?
No.
You didn't just win? You're not Harmony Montgomery's mother?
Nope. Living with you.
You sound like her. I was just wondering.
She said no.
You said that you were going to sue her adoptive parents. Is that true?
Oh, bro.
I'm a reporter. Just wanted to ask you questions. If you don't want to talk, that's fine.
Where did she say that?
Oh, okay. Well, I just saw some comments that you made online about the suing the adoptive parents, and we're just wondering, has a lawsuit been filed with that? About the lawsuit? Oh, okay. I was wondering what you plan to do with the money. Any vacations or anything, trips? And I was also wondering why you didn't look for Harmony before for 2 years.
Oh,
Hello? Okay. Have a nice day. And are you? I smell marijuana in there as well.
Oh my God. Okay. Wow. Well, all right. Um, I'm really curious where these comments are that she's going to sue them. That's just ridiculous. But it looks like he wrote his article. So he just posted it an hour ago. Let me copy the link and shoot that in the chat so you guys can check it out. And then we're going to go look for just a couple quick things. So first, I want to go over to Crystal's Facebook. It's public. She wants you to share her post. Like she literally said, please share this. So I think that that's fine. Wait a minute. Um, does she have two? I think she has two. One second, you guys. I'm sorry, but I have it right here, but it's not showing those 2.4 thousand followers. Chris Renee. A lot of, and this is like, a lot of people have a lot of addicts have a lot of Facebook pages. Maybe I'm crazy, but like most of the people that I would meet like in the rooms or rehabs or things like that would have multiple Facebooks because they lost a phone or lost a password and they all had broken cell phone screens. A lot of people have those things that don't, I know that. I'm just saying. Okay. So here's her page. I just am confused why she had 2,000 followers on my phone and then 400 on the computer, but it's the same post. Oh, she says, do not pull up. I promise you will be dealt with the legal way. I don't need to answer to nobody but God. Hashtag you will be arrested. Hashtag play with your mama, not me. Hashtag I'm sorry. Play with your mama, not me. Hashtag my son's safety. Hashtag Turtle Boy Sports is a bitch. Hashtag harassing a single mother on Memorial Day. The hashtags, man. Jesus. Yeah, Crystal had 18 months to prove she was a better mother, and she didn't do any of her services plan, which is hard. But for your kids, it's not that hard. The person I know that went through it, they made her jump through all kinds of unnecessary hoops, but she did it for her baby. This is Crystal, Julia. I definitely recommend if you're coming in late, please rewind so you get to see it all because there's a lot that we've went through. And yeah. She won a lawsuit. She has had a lot to say. Her one of the judges, family court judges who's now retired, has had some things to say, and the men who adopted her son Jameson have had some things to say too. So I think you definitely want to rewind. And we did a live on this the other day, and these are the updates. So she posted, dead ass, no matter what, I will never let anyone convince me I'm crazy or insecure for having a normal reaction to their hurtful behavior. Okay. Yes, it can happen to you. Hashtag justice for harmony. Life can change just like that. Wow. Yes, it can happen to you. What do you mean by that? Like, this is like your big break? Oh my God. She just said in that video, you're mad because I got paid? Oh, Julia, yes. Definitely replay. And thank you for being here. That way you don't miss anything. Hey, Aaron. I just can't believe that. It can happen to you too. As if it's like her big break, like she finally made it. Oh my. Okay. I just want people to know that I don't sit online and read everybody's comments about me. I don't give a fuck. People actually send me shit that people are saying. If I choose to entertain it, it's because I feel like it, not because I give a fuck, because I really don't. I'm free from my burdens. Wow. You are? Damn. Okay. As long as God forgives me and Harmony forgives me, that's all that matters to me. Hope this helps. And Harmony forgives me. Oh, God, don't make me just completely go off on this dumbass. I'm sorry. What? I'm free from my burdens? Bitch, you should regret that every day for the rest of your life until the day you're buried in the damn ground or whatever. I can never imagine feeling free from your burdens. She hasn't even been fucking found yet. Excuse my language. Whew. I just don't get it. I had to stand up and walk away for a sec, like walk around for a second because it's. I don't want to go off and scream in y'all's ear. I know you don't want to hear that shit, but it's hard when you see this kind of stuff and read this kind of stuff, and you're just like, maybe I'm overreacting. Let me just go on, but. I'm free from my burdens. And how do you know Harmony forgives you? Like, I'm sure Harmony would have rather been able to live her life, but whatever. Imagine being so mad and you just making me go viral. What'd you say here?
Imagine everyone being so mad about my video and they're just making me go viral. Imagine everyone being so mad about my video and they're just making me go viral.
Why is that funny? What do you get from going viral? Like, does attention do that much for you? Because I can't see how. I don't get it. I don't get it. Whatever. I thought that maybe we would see like the comments where she said she was going to sue Jameson's dad. Let's see. Just want people to know. Maybe she said it under here in the comments, but I actually saved that lady's post as well, but we won't get into it. We're going to wrap it up. Well, tomorrow, actually, I was going to say if there are any updates, we'll talk about it. But we're going to talk about it anyways tomorrow. I'm going to read some of your thoughts, some of your comments. Tomorrow, we're going to start a new thing we're doing every Tuesday evening called Let's Talk About It Tuesdays. And it's going to be a members-only live chat, but everybody can watch. And we are going to discuss this. We're going to discuss the Tisha stuff that came out last week. All like the things that we talked about in the last week. I want to go into the comment sections and grab some of your comments, things like that. We're going to do a few giveaways. I think it will be fun and more laid back. Probably not, I was going to say like not as stressful as this, but I'm sure there will be moments of there will be times that we're kind of infuriated going back through the comments and talking about it all over again, but I do look forward to like hearing what you guys have to say. So, and the giveaways and stuff, I'm looking forward to all of that. Before we go, I want to read to you because some of the money is going to Harmony's siblings, and I want to show you that. But just before we get into that, I want to give away the 5 more memberships so that people can maybe get them and have the opportunity to chat tomorrow. That wouldn't. And the video is already scheduled. You can just go on there and hit notify me. The time may vary like within the 30 minutes. So pay attention. But if you hit notify me, it'll alert you. So let me do some membership gifting. Send 5 now. Thank you, YouTube. And then we're going to come over here. And let me show you this. Just before we go, this is the one good part of this and the upside. News 9 has learned that under the terms of the agreement, 50% of the settlement goes directly to Sori, while the other 50% will be placed in third-party trust for Harmony's 4 siblings. Sori lost custody of Harmony years ago, but last March, a judge granted her request to have the girl declared legally dead. Do you guys remember that? Because at the time, we talked about and we knew the only reason for her to do that was because she was going to be suing them, which is good, especially if things got uncovered. Like, but when they make an agreement like this, there's not going to be like the investigation that could have been. That's why that's why the judge is so happy that there is a federal investigation. So don't you worry. Hopefully they will be held even more accountable. Hopefully, you know what I say, put it all out there. Who it was, who was working for him, all of it. But that's just me. I say like there should be no secrets, but unfortunately, this settlement made room for some secrets, but like I said, that's okay. It's not the end. It is not the end. When that order was granted, Sori said she wanted to focus on holding the systems designed to protect Harmony accountable. Harmony's remains have never been found. Okay, you guys. So thank you for being here. Welcome to the new members. I'll be there. Yay, Crystal. Thank you. Oh, whoa. What happened? Each of her siblings will have about $200K in trust. That's freaking life-changing. And that is the good news. It's unfortunate, like certain, I don't know. I wish there would have been some way in these like terms of agreement or whatever the hell for something to change, for there to be something for the current people and kids that are dealing with DCYF, for the current workers. I don't know, just something. But I'm hopeful the federal investigation will bring some change that's desperately needed because they also have to pay out, remember, $5 million to the one family because of the grandmother killing them, and then $2 million because of the parent killing them. They just were simply not doing their jobs. But it's crazy because it's like they were leaving all these kids in these bad homes, but they still took Harmony from Crystal. Or was that Massachusetts? I think it may have been Massachusetts. But okay. Yes, MS Girl, you can still watch. Make sure you have your gifting turned, like where you can accept gifts, turned on, because you might get one. I'll probably give some more out tomorrow during our stream. And, so you might be able to win one like that. So make sure that's on and you can absolutely watch. You just won't be able to be in the chat for only that one. Only on Tuesdays. So anyway, thank you to the mods. Thank you guys for being here. That's right, Jenny. Everything that happens in the dark eventually comes to light. The attorney's also going to get a chunk of that money. Don't forget about that. So This is you can join Patreon as a free member. Occasionally, every like 3 or 4 streams, it'll be open to all members. And you can also get the court documents and things if you do that. And then just make sure you're opted in to win memberships. And thank you guys for everything. I appreciate you guys. And I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night. Happy Memorial Day. And yeah, thank you to those of you who served our country, and thank you to those of you whose family members did, or you lost someone who served our country. You know, my grandfather was in World War II. He was in Germany, and that's where he met my grandma. He's in the National Cemetery. My brother's best friend was killed in Afghanistan. He was a Navy SEAL named Jeff Taylor. There's actually a movie about the situation. There's a bunch of people killed, a big helicopter crash and stuff. It's called The Lone Survivor. If you've ever seen that, my mom yesterday was just over there crying. She had printed off some pictures and articles about Jeff, and she was all in her feelings. So yeah, I know there's other people, you guys out there that your family's going through the same thing, and I'm so sorry. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good night, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.